and welcome to Terrier News This Week. I'm Catherine Barron.
And I'm Samantha Gambino. Let's get right into what's going on today.
This past week, the special election in Georgia ended in a runoff to take place in June between Republican Karen Handel and Democrat Jon Ossoff. Ossoff only got 48% of the vote when he needed 50% to win outright. The district has been reliably Republican until November, when the gap has been closing.
Also, this past week, during Vice President Mike Pence's Asia trip, he vowed to strike back an event of a North Korean attack against Japan. The Vice President said that North Korea is the most dangerous threat in the Asia-Pacific region, and the strategic patience between countries was over. The U.S. had sent over naval ships since North Korea launched another missile that ultimately failed. Now Pence is in Tokyo to renew trade talks with Japan.
This Monday, as a part of the Thomas J. Volpe lecture series, there will be a shortened screening of My Italian Secret, The Forgotten Heroes. The film will give insight on the Italians that rescued and protected thousands of innocent Jewish people during World War II.
And later today, author Tanwi Nandini Islam will lead a discussion as part of the Walt Whitman series. Islam is the author of Bright Lights and is the founder of High Wildflower Botanica, a small batch niche perfume, candle, and skincare line. She is the 16th author to be a part of the series, bringing her contemporary work and writing experiences to SFC.
And now to Cara Fasaro and Antonio Connolly with the latest entertainment news.
Thanks, ladies. 17 years later, and everyone's favorite life-size doll is making a comeback. Tyra Banks will be stepping back into her role as Eve from the hit Disney Channel movie Life Size, which also starred a young Lindsay Lohan. It's been 3 years since the first announcement of the possible sequel to the film, and Freeform has officially announced Life Size 2 will be coming to our televisions. There is no word of Lindsay Lohan revisiting her role in the revival, but even a quick cameo wouldn't hurt. Although the movie won't be coming out until December 2018 and will be holiday-themed, we are sure it'll be worth the wait.
We have some sad news to report, as former NFL tight end Aaron Hernandez allegedly committed suicide in his jail cell at Suiza Baranowski Correctional Center. Hernandez was serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole for the murder of Odin Lloyd. Also, he was acquitted last Friday for the double murder of Daniel D. Abreu and Safara Furtado. It's crazy how Hernandez went from a superstar to a criminal to ultimately taking his own life.
In other news, we got our first official look at our new Bachelorette, Rachel Lindsay's promo photo for her upcoming season. In her shot, she's wearing a bright red Randy Rom gown that turns into rose petals coming off the back. Rachel looks stunning in her photo, and you can catch the new season of The Bachelorette starting next month on Monday, May 22nd on ABC.
John Legend is embarking on a new business venture, making his debut in virtual reality. In the new Baobab Studios animated series, Rainbow Crow, Legend is signed on as an executive producer for the entire series and will be lending his voice for one of the main characters. Variety tells us Rainbow Crow is an animated series based on Native American folktale around themes of self-discovery and diversity. The first episode of Rainbow Crow will be aired in Tribeca, and the studio has raised $31 million in funding from investors from 20th Century Fox, Comcast Ventures, Shanghai Media Group, and so on. The rest of the cast list and schedule will be released in the upcoming weeks, so stay tuned. That's all for entertainment. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, you two. Now to Charles Baldy with sports.
Thanks, ladies. Even though the Knicks season came to an end last week, the team is still finding themselves in the news. Last week, team president Phil Jackson publicly said that Carmelo Anthony would be better off somewhere else. The feud between them has gotten so bad that Kristaps Porzingis skipped the team's exit meetings because he doesn't look like the direction the team is heading in. Things would get worse for Melo, as it was reported that him and his wife Lala are separating and that he impregnated a woman who works at a New York City gentleman's club, and the woman is 6 months pregnant. The Knicks are a complete mess right now, and one storyline had it perfectly. Carmelo Anthony and Phil Jackson, a marriage made in La La Land. The Rangers evened up their Eastern Conference quarterfinal matchup against the Canadiens on Tuesday at 2 games apiece. Rick Nash's second period goal ended up being the winning tally in a 2-1 victory for the Blue Shirts. The teams returned to action tonight for a pivotal Game 5 in Montreal. After a 1-4 start and losing Gary Sanchez, the Yankees looked to be in deep trouble, but the team responded by going on an 8-game winning streak and winning 9 of their last 10. They wrapped up a 9-game homestand with a 9-1 win over the White Sox last night. The team will be off today before beginning a 3-game set in Pittsburgh tomorrow night. Across town, things aren't looking so good for the Mets. Losers of 4 of their last 5, they currently sit a game above 500. But things could be a lot worse, as their bullpen has been absolutely awful, and the pen as a whole has a worse ERA than their starting rotation. On top of that, their offense has been really anemic, and their only consistent hitter has been Jay Bruce, who's off to a hot start, batting .309 with 6 homers and 14 RBIs. The Mets play the Phillies tonight in the rubber match of their 3-game set. Well, that's all for sports. Back to you, ladies.
That's all for this week's Terrier News. Make sure to watch our last episode next week. I'm Catherine Barron.
And I'm Samantha Gambino. Thanks for watching.